After 2 years, I was finally going to see an old friend again. His name is Kieran. He's an old university friend of mine when I was studying in London. He said we were going to replant mangroves in Belize to detoxify the water, but I really didn't expect what happened next. I landed in Belize on a hot September day, and I mean really hot. After immigration, I checked my phone for Kieran's instructions. Apparently, getting to Placencia was quote unquote easy. Taxi to a bus stop, then bus to Placencia. Simple, right? Immediately, a pushy taxi guy swoops in, charges me $30, and drops me off at what might have been the most deserted bus stop I've ever seen in my entire life. No shops, no people, 85 degrees, and no water. Oh, and regret. Thanks, Kieran. Luckily, Belize has incredibly kind people. One woman told me which bus to take, and soon I was packed into a retrofitted school bus heading to Belmopon. The guy next to me was telling me wild Coast Guard stories the whole way through, and when we arrived, he pointed me to my final bus like a guardian angel. And then, the 4 hour wait. This was the part where my paranoia kicked in. New country, unfamiliar faces, and my imagination decided that I'd be the next kidnapped Westerner. But after a while, the stares faded. I grabbed a burger, opened my Kindle, and just waited. Eventually, the coach arrived. I slept for most of it, and by 9 p.m., I made it to Placencia. I texted Kieran, and down a long driveway, I saw him. I yelled, "Well, well, fancy seeing you here." We hugged, first time seeing each other in years, and instantly it felt like home again. I also met Gary that night, and we stayed up talking like we'd known each other forever. The next morning, at 6 a.m., our adventure officially began. While we drive, let me tell you a little bit about Gary. He's a crocodile scientist. His whole job in Belize is keeping crocs and humans safely apart. He's also extremely outdoorsy. He even backpacked the entire Alps right before I met him. Kieran, on the other hand, is not. So I was very curious to see how our first jungle hike together would go.
See these like huge strings of these everywhere. Like, and you'll see like they're carrying leaves like this. Could be any frog though. There's so many species of frog here.
I don't know, mate. He's like, "What's up, guys? Good luck in your venture."
Boom. It's like
Oh, yo. That's a frog. What's up, mate?
I'll
Looks
show
like.
you this one as well, guys. This is the biggest one. Oh, there you go.
And honestly, I have to say, for our first hike, we all did absolutely amazing. I mean, Gary was a given, but look at Kieran here. Totally embracing the wild side there. And just look at that waterfall. Isn't it beautiful? You know, I thought flying out to Belize was about helping restore nature, but I didn't realize how much restoring I needed myself.
Woo! Woo! Go on, lad, yell. Woo! Kieran, you give it a go.
I don't think my fucking throat is able to do that.
I actually was gonna do it for a second.
Oh, my nature's beautiful heavenly goodness. And that's when I had my first big epiphany. You see, life without adventure slowly folds into monotony. When you live your days within the borders of safe routine, you forget how big the world truly is. Like this guy, jumping off a cliff into pure uncertainty. Sometimes living on the edge is the only thing that reminds you you're alive. And with one final look, we were off. And what better way to end the hike than by spotting none other than a toucan, the national bird of Belize.